I want to turn now to an important story out of California. A pastor has been using an unconventional method to deal with racism for the last 2 years. He's treating it like an addiction. Now his effort is going global. The pastor was inspired by the teachings of Alcoholics Anonymous, and he's using the very same methods. Our story is part of our series Unifying America, where we recognize people who are trying to right injustices and bring communities together. Carter Evans now has more.
Hi, I'm Tiffany. I'm a racist.
It's surprising to hear.
Hi, I'm Pam. I'm a racist.
And even harder to admit.
Nobody really likes owning or being referred to as a racist.
Doug, who asked us to use only his first name, is a member of Racist Anonymous, a 12-step program like AA.
I'm Doug. I'm a racist.
He joined last summer after the police raid that killed Breonna Taylor in his hometown of Louisville, Kentucky. Doug says he realized he was part of the problem. What are some of the racist behaviors that you see in yourself?
I make judgments about people based on the color of their skin. I do it all the time.
Is it just African Americans?
Anyone other than me, really.
It's sort of built into our society to look down on certain people who are different. And we often seem to mistreat people based on those differences.
Pastor Ron Buford started Racist Anonymous 6 years ago. CBS News visited his Sunnyvale, California church in October of 2016.
There are a number of black people, and some of them have these weird names. And somehow I just can't remember those weird names. And I feel very bad about it.
You might want to use unique or different, because I don't think the mother would like you to say, "Your child has a weird name."
What Racist Anonymous is about getting more aware of the fact that it's not just some people who do that. We all do that to some degree.
Would you say you're racist?
Yep, absolutely. I say it every week in the meeting. So let's begin.
Moving the conversation online during the pandemic opened up the meetings to people beyond this Northern California town and inspired dozens of similar groups around the world. Here at home, amid one of the most racially turbulent times since the 60s, Racist Anonymous is more relevant than ever.
I have come to admit that I am powerless over my addiction to racism.
Nancy joined 6 months ago to better understand prejudice she says she learned from her parents. Do you think you still have some of those racist tendencies?
I do, because to this day, if I see someone with like a headscarf.
Like hijab? Or?
Yes, my heart just kind of clenches.
How do you feel when you react that way now?
Now, terrible, but also better. It's helped me to identify all of these feelings that I had just bottled up.
They're challenging racial turmoil by first confronting themselves.
So I've made a calculation in my head that this is worth it. Outing myself here so that others can see it and maybe be inspired to do something about themselves and potentially transform society, it's worth owning what I just owned.
What do you get out of declaring in front of other people that you're a racist?
Well, it desensitizes it. It brings the fear level down of admitting that you're wrong.
I hope it becomes common for people to think of themselves as being racist and wanting to get it out of them. It takes a discipline. It takes work. It takes thinking.
And just starting the conversation.
Virginia, welcome.
For CBS This Morning, Carter Evans, Sunnyvale, California.
Wow, Carter Evans. Oof. Wow. It was just hard to hear somebody say, my name is Tiffany and I'm a racist.
Yeah.
I really appreciate the candor that they all said, that they all admitted how they behaved.
Including the pastor himself.
Including Pastor Ron.
Yeah.
This is a great idea.
You can't make an acknowledgement like that, and we've all grown up in this country. We see the outcomes. We see what happens here. If you can't make that acknowledgement, then you can't make change.
Right. Well, but your piece a few months back pointed out, a lot of people saw the problems with race but didn't want to touch that word.
The word shuts down conversation in many cases. So if you can desensitize people to it, as you said,
very effective.
That is progress.
And to do it full face, too. What's the question, Anthony, you say about racism that you don't say, are you racist?
Oh, yeah, you had an alternate word.
You had a really good...
What was my alternate?
No, you had a really good phrase. You said, don't ask people, are they racist? You should ask, when we were talking about
It was
systemic
when you, I remember
racism.
Chad Wolf, for example, you were interviewing
Do you
a former
remember
Trump
it?
administration.
It was so good.
Yeah, no, there's a different approach because
Yeah,
for
there's a different
so
way to
many
phrase it.
for so many white people that word is very loaded.
Yeah.
And they're scared of it because they think it means, oh, you're in the Ku Klux Klan.
Yes.
You're going to be
Yeah.
expelled from society.
Right, but that word is so much more subtle, and there's so many more subtle ways you can
Yes.
be racist,
Yeah.
which is what many of those people are speaking to.
It was a really good phrase you have. We have to
We'll
find
figure
that
it
tape.
out.
It was good.